Hello students, in today's lecture we are going to learn about half adder and full adder of digital electronic circuits. In last lecture we have covered Boolean algebra and logic gates. In this today's concept we are going to learn about adder circuits. Basically, what is adder? Adder is an electronic device which adds two or three binary bits together. Why these basically adder circuits are required? For all computations, this adder circuits is required, specifically in the calculator, in arithmetical logical unit, microprocessor, microcontrollers. These adder circuits are necessary. Hence, we are going to study these adder circuits. There are types of adder circuits are available. First one is a half adder, second one is full adder, third one is ripple carry adder. But for your syllabus, only two concepts you are going to study: half adder and full adder. This ripple carry adder is not there for your syllabus. So what is adder? It is a circuit in digital electronics which adds two or three binary digits. And applications: calculator, CPU, microcontroller, microprocessor. Now what is half adder? Half adder is nothing but it is a circuit. It is a circuit which adds two binary digits, and we know the binary digits are nothing but zeros and 1. So now it adds two binary digits, that means which can add zeros and ones, and two binary digits is nothing but in four possible way we can add it. 2 raised to 2 is nothing but 4. In a 4 possible way we can add these two binary digits. So that truth table we can write. A, B are the variables. So these are the both are the binary digits. Now these both binary digits we can add in 4 ways. So 0 0, 0 1, 1 0 and 1 1. And we know in normal mathematics when we add, there will be 4 elements. One is augend, another one is addend, third one is sum and carry. These are the 4 elements will be there in the addition. Similar way here also, one will be augend, another one will be addend, and one will be sum and carry. So we need to add these binary numbers. When we add these binary numbers, we will get 0 plus 0 is 0 with carry is 0. 0 plus 1 is nothing but 1 with sum and carry is 0. 1 plus 0 is nothing but 1 with carry is 0. And 1 plus 1 is sum is 0 and carry is 1. This is what we know. For this, I will explain this particular slide. Here, consider 0 plus 0 is 0. That red one shows the sum and blue one shows the carry. 1 plus 0 is sum is 1 and carry is 0. That blue color is carry. 0 plus 1 is 1 is a sum and 0 is a carry. Now here 1 plus 1, specifically if you talk in the decimal, it is 2. 1 plus 1 is 2. But if you convert in the binary, it is 1 0. If you convert 2 in the binary, it becomes 1 0. So this 1 is a carry and this 0 is a sum. This all red colors represents sum and this blue color represents the carry. Now here here I am showing this box is a half adder. Here two inputs you are, or two variables you are giving it. So A and B, and this A may be 0, it may be 1, it may be 0, it may be 1, and this B may be 0 0 1 1 in this way. And now output what you are going to get will be two outputs, one is sum and another one is carry. So for 3 cases you are going to get sum as 1, and for 2 cases you are going to get sum as 1, and for 1 cases you are going to get carry as 1 and sum is 0, and for 1 cases both are 0. This is what half adder block diagram you can say. Now let's move back to that particular truth table here. Now after writing this truth table, there is a column for sum and there is a column for carry. Now I want to write the Boolean expression for this truth table. How to write Boolean expression? You can write Boolean expression in terms of sum also, and you can write in terms of carry also. Now I would like to write the expression for sum. Hence I need to convert this sum column. In this sum column I will consider output. Wherever output is 1, that particular row I will consider. So here 1 is there, so for this I will consider this row, and in that row what are the inputs? This input A is 0 and input B is 1. As I am considering 1, that means min term I am considering, so wherever it is 1, so I will consider that B input as a B only. But here A is 0, so I am going to write A as a bar. It is complement, correct? So same thing I will write A bar B. So ys is equal to A bar B plus, for next sum output is 1 here, and for that row is here A, and here I will write B bar because it is 0, so I will write B bar complement. Why it is like that I will explain later. What is min term, what is max term, at the end of the video I will explain. Right now you concentrate. Wherever 1 is there, for that input I am going to write the Boolean expression. If it is 1 only, then I will write straight A1 or B. If it is 0, then I will write in terms of complement, so B bar I will write. Now it is A bar B plus A B bar. Ys is equal to, I can write this A bar B and A B bar is nothing but A XOR B. Why this is A XOR B? Because just consider this particular table A, B and sum and compare with your XOR gate truth table. If you compare with XOR gate table, same output, same result you are going to get. Hence this is nothing but this resembles the XOR gate output. Hence directly you can say A XOR B. Then next one is you can write the output for carry also. That is what denoted with YC. Y is output and C stands for carry. Now here AB I have written because in this carry only one term output is there at the last possible cases, that is 1 here. For this if you check the inputs, both are 1 1, so I can straight away write A and B. So A and B. This is nothing but you just neglect this sum right now. A, B, carry, this truth table if you consider, this resembles the AND gate output. If and only if both the inputs are high, output is high. So that is nothing but AND gate. So directly I can write A into B, A into B. So in this way you can write the Boolean expression. It is very easy. Some people use Karnaugh map to write the Boolean expression, but that is not required here. Without Karnaugh map only I am writing the Boolean expression, and I am writing this Boolean expression in terms of sum of product form. Sum of product because here A into B, this is product, A into B again, A into B bar is again a product, so it is summed together. That is what sum of product. So it is called in short SOP. Whenever you are using min term, then that time sum of product will come into the picture, and when you use max term, that time product of sum we are going to use it. That we will discuss at the end. Now we have written Boolean expression. With the help of this Boolean expression we can try to draw the logic diagram for this half adder. What is that? Now here how many input variables are there? 2, A, B. So here I am writing A, B, 2 variables. These are the 2 inputs. Then what is the output? A XOR B. So one XOR gate is required. So one XOR gate I have used, and both the input is connected to this. So output what you are going to get? A XOR B. Ys is equal to A XOR B. This is for sum. Then next one is A into B. So A dot B is nothing but what? AND gate. So one AND gate I am using here, and both the inputs I am connecting together. So output what you are going to get? Yc is equal to A dot B. It is for carry. So one half adder circuit consists one XOR gate and one AND gate. That is what you can assume here. This half adder box whatever I have shown, inside this box one XOR gate will be there and one AND gate will be there. So whenever you give 2 binary inputs, then definitely you are going to get at the end outputs. That added outputs you are going to get in terms of sum and carry. This is what about the half adder. I hope you have understood this half adder circuit. Let's move to the full adder. What is full adder? Full adder is also adder circuit only, but which adds 3 binary digits. It is a circuit which adds 3 binary digits together. Now the question comes that why we need to add 3 binary digits? Because suppose in the half adder, if you add 2 binary digits and one carry will generate, then afterwards again if you want to add, then that time we need to include that binary also along with the 2 bits. Hence that carry can be considered. In the half adder it is not possible, and that problem or disadvantage is overcome in the full adder. Hence full adder is useful. So that is what here it is written. It overcomes the drawback of the half adder where previous carry is not considered for the addition. In these 3 bits, 3 inputs are using, hence we can add it in 8 possible ways. That is what 2 raised to 3, 2 raised to n. Here n is inputs, so 3 inputs, 2 raised to 3 is 8. 3 inputs are A, B and Ci. Ci is the carry in, and 2 outputs are the sum and carry out C naught. Now the truth table can be written in 8 possible ways. So these 3 are the inputs and these 2 are the outputs. Now one is AND, another one is OR, and next this one is the carry input, and these are the sum and carry out. Now how to write this truth table? I will try to explain in the simple form. A, first 4 terms will be 0 0 0 and next 4 terms will be 1 1 1. Then next one is for B, first 2 terms will be 0 0, second 2 terms 1 1 0 0 1 1, and Ci is alternative 0 1 0 1 0 1. In that way you can write the input variables. Then afterwards you go on adding. Simple thing is that 0 plus 0 is equal to 0, plus 0 is 0 only, so sum is also 0, carry is also 0. 0 plus 0 is 0 only, and 0 plus 1 is a sum and carry is a 0. 0 plus 1 is 1, 1 plus 0 is again 1 with carry 0. Now 0 plus 1 is 1, and 1 plus 1 is what? It is a 0 as a sum and carry as a 1. Carry as a 1. Got it? So same thing, 1 plus 0 is 1, 1 plus 0 is again 1, 1 as a sum and 0 as a carry. In this way you can go on calculating this binary addition. Otherwise, simply how you can write this sum values and carry values, wherever that input in the input variables only one input is high and other 2 inputs are low, then straight away you can write the in the sum column 1 directly. Otherwise, whenever that in the input variables, if it is more than 2 times it is high, then you can write the 1 at the sum output, sum side. In the similar way, in the carry also you can write higher output when that both the inputs are high or more than 2 inputs are high. See here, whenever 2 inputs are high it is 1, and more than 2 input is high, it is 1. In that way also you can directly write without any calculation. This is the some tricks which you can use it. Now after writing the truth table, I would like to write the Boolean expression. So Boolean expression I will write again. I will consider the min term. That means I will check it out in the sum column how many ones are there. So here 1 2 3 4 ones are there, so I can write 4 terms. For example, for this sum I would like to write the first term. Now how I will write? This is 0, so I should write complement A bar. This is also 0, so it is B bar. Then it is 1 only, so hence it is Ci. A B bar Ci, A B bar Ci plus. Now next for this, again it is 0, so A bar, it is 1, so hence it is B. It is 0 again, it is Ci bar. So for this, A bar B Ci bar plus. Next case is this one. Here A is 1, so it is A. These both are B bar and Ci bar. A B bar Ci bar plus. Last case is all are 1, hence I can directly write A B Ci, A B Ci, A B Ci. Now what you can do, you can simplify this Boolean expression. With the help of this only you can write the logic diagram and you can build the circuit, but it requires more number of gates. The objective of Boolean expression is you should reduce the Boolean expression with the help of your using identities or laws or formulas. You try to reduce this Boolean expression to the minimum expression, so that you should use minimum number of gates. That is what the objective as a designer in the logic diagram. That is why we should study that Boolean identities, why we should know Boolean laws. If you know that Boolean laws, identities, formulas, then you can simplify this big expression into a simple expression, and that simple expression makes your circuit diagram simple, and you can use less number of logic gates, and that is nothing but it will be cheap. That is what the objective of the designer, hence that Boolean algebra or those laws will help here. You may now understand why those particular things are important. Now let's go through this simplifying this expression. Let's see here. A bar and A bar are common here, so I will take A bar as a common. B bar Ci plus B Ci bar plus, here A is common, take A common, so B bar Ci bar plus BC. Now simplify A bar. This B bar Ci plus B Ci bar is nothing but what? This is the expression for XOR gate. Go through that XOR table, truth table, try to check it out. This B XOR C you are going to get, this expression you are going to get, that is nothing but it represents B XOR C. Now this B bar Ci bar plus BC, this represents the XNOR gate. You just go to the XNOR gate truth table, try to check it out. You are going to get this type of expression for one outputs. Okay, then this B XOR C is the representation of this expression. Now here I will consider B XOR C as a X. If this is X, then it is XNOR is complement of this, so hence I can directly write X bar. It is, this is nothing but X bar. Now I will write A bar X plus A X bar. Again what? Again it is nothing but XOR expression. So A XOR X, but here X is what? X is nothing but B XOR C. That is what I have written. X is equal to B XOR C. I substitute A as it is, XOR as it is. This X is nothing but what? B XOR Ci. So the Boolean expression for the sum output is, that is Y is output, S is the sum. So Ys is equal to A XOR B XOR Ci. So I have simplified this big expression into a very simple expression. So you can check it out here. 1, 2, 3 gates were required, but here if you check, only 2 XOR gates are required. That is what the usefulness of the Boolean expression. Now same thing you write it for carry also. If you check carry, again I will consider 1 only to write the Boolean expression. Check it out where ones are there in the carry outputs. 1, 2, 3, 4. So first case where it is A bar B Ci, A bar B Ci plus, in this case A B bar Ci, A B bar Ci plus, this case A B Ci bar, A B Ci bar plus, last case A B Ci, A B C. Here I have not written I, but you consider that I, A B Ci. Now again simplify it. Take Ci as a common here. Ci A bar B plus A B bar plus A B I will take common, Ci bar plus C. Check it out now. Yc is equal to A bar B plus A B bar is nothing but what? It is XOR gate only. It represents XOR, A XOR B into Ci plus, here Ci bar C plus Ci bar plus C is nothing but A bar plus A, that is equal to 1. So 1 into AB is AB only. So this is the expression for the carry output. So now Yc is equal to Ci into A XOR B plus AB. Now with the help of these two expression, you can draw the logic diagram for full adder circuit. Consider how many variables are there, input variables? 3, A, B, Ci. Now if you want to draw the logic diagram for this A XOR B XOR Ci for sum, then how many XOR gates are required? 2 XOR gates. So here I will draw first XOR gate, and I will give A as a input and B as a input. So output what you are going to get, A XOR B. Then next one more XOR gate I will use, and for this directly I will give Ci, and this A XOR B I will give as a another input. So output what you are going to get, A XOR B XOR Ci is equal to Y. This is the logic diagram for sum. Then similarly, if you want to draw the logic diagram for this carry also, then check it out. What is required? A XOR B output is required. So A XOR B is already available. So take it, tap it from that and take it, this output. And now this A XOR B is multiplied with Ci. That means AND gate is required. So one AND gate I will take, and this output is connected to this, that is A XOR B, and directly I will connect Ci. Now what will happen? Output is Ci into A XOR B. So this particular term we got. Now A into B is required. So A into B, another AND gate is required. Take one more AND gate and connect A and B inputs to this gate. So what you are going to get? A into B. Now it is both the terms are added together, that is OR gate is required. So one OR gate is connected. This output is nothing but this one, it is connected, and this output is A into B, it is connected together. So total at the output of the OR gate what you are going to get? This expression only, Ci into bracket A XOR B plus A into B. This is the for carry. So in this way you can draw the logic diagram of the full ladder circuit. That full ladder circuit, if somebody says, then in your mind it should come that there will be a 2 XOR gate, 2 AND gates, and 1 OR gate will be there. Now this is not compulsion that these gates should be there. In some people still they minimize this to some other circuits. They try to decrease this expression as much as possible. They try to decrease these gates as much as possible to make it simple as well as cheap. But the whole idea is this one only. The full ladder or half adder is nothing but inside that some gates will be connected in such a way that to give the sum and carry if you add 2 or 3 binary inputs. This is what about the half adder and full adder. These circuits will be used in your calculators, CPU in your computer, or it may be in the microprocessor, microcontroller, etc. Hence this is a very useful circuit in the digital electronic circuit. Hence it is called, it is a basic building block of electronics or digital electronics device. Let's try to understand now sum of product and product of sum as well as minterm and maxterm. Look at this expression, A bar, B bar, Ci. It is in the product form. This is also, it is in the product form only. This is also product, this is also product, and these all product forms are summed together. That is what? Sum of product, sum of product. So I have written Boolean expression in terms of sum of product, but you can write it these expression in terms of product of sum form also, product of sum form also. That time you have to use a max term. That time, that means here I have considered 1 to write the expression. If you are using max term or product of sum cases, that time you should consider the 0. Wherever 0 is there in the sum column, that you should consider, and for that you should write the equation. For example, that if it is you are considering 0, okay, then this A will become A bar now. This B will become B only, because it is 0 you have considered, it is straight, it is B. But if it is 1, then you have to write in the complement form Ci bar. It is exactly reverse of that. This product of sum is exactly reverse of the sum of product. You remember, try to remember only one form what I have followed, that is sum of product. That I would like to show you here with the help of this explanation. See here, minterm is nothing but sum of product form will be used. Considered 1 at the output to write the Boolean expression. That is what I have considered 1. That is what example here. In some column, if there is a 1 and related to that output, and then that means that same row, if input variables are A is equal to 0 and B is equal to 1 and C is equal to 0, then Boolean expression can be written as A is 0 means what? I should write complement A bar, then b is equal to 1, this is also 1, so it is same straight, so it is b. But again c is equal to 0, but if we have considered 1, so right that is c bar. The 0 input variable is written in complement form. That is what 0 variable is written in the complement form. This is nothing but min term, that is sum of a product. Same thing you can use it for max term, but in that max term you have to consider 0 at the output to write the Boolean expression. That time if input is also 0, then you should write same. If it is 1, then 1 should be represented in the complement form. So if you want, you just go for the product of sum form. Otherwise, whatever I have followed this min term form, that only you format and try to draw the write the Boolean expression and draw the logic diagram. I hope this is clear. What is half adder, what is full adder, and where it will be used and what it will be consisting inside that circuits. That's it for today's class, and with this explanation I complete a last chapter, digital electronics. Thank you.